Hello everybody, I wanted to go ahead and make this video so that you guys could understand a little bit more about the Pangaea project and using the app that we're going to have to use called Explain Everything. Now some of you are more familiar with that than others. Hopefully today, once you see me do a little bit with it, it'll make a little bit more sense. Now, whether you have Mr. Core or Mrs. Kramer or me, you may see this a little bit different presented on Canvas. That's fine. Okay, everybody's going to have it a little bit different, but what I'm going to show you is once you have the link to the Explain Everything file, what to do with that. So you see here on my screen, this is my Canvas course, but once I have, it says download the Pangaea puzzle file to explain everything. So once I click on that file, this is the actual file for the project that I'm going to take to explain everything. Once I click on that file, it's going to look like nothing loaded. But in fact, it has, and the only thing that you have to do now is hit the export button in the top right-hand corner. And then you may have explained everything up here, you may not. You might have to go to more. Once you select more, you can see my explain everything is all the way down at the bottom. It says copy to explain everything. And once you get into the app, what it's going to do is it's going to take you to this home screen. And this home screen will not show you where the project is that you just downloaded. You can look at, we're obviously on Pangaea. I have a whole bunch of the karyotype with a kick ones that we downloaded earlier in the year. But you'll be able to go in and find this once you click on library. Once you get into the library, you can see in the top left, I have the Pangaea puzzle right there, okay? Now, real quick with Explain Everything, some of the things that you need to look at, if you can look at the tools on the left over here. So obviously this has selected the the hand tool. So with this one, this allows you to just simply move around some of these different pieces. You can rotate them if you're using your finger and your thumb at the same time. You can't change the sizes of them. That's intentional. You also have some things that you could be able to obviously mark with or highlight or erase, but we're not going to worry about them. Instead, I'm just going to go ahead and show you kind of what you need to do for this project. All right. So this is all about taking the different plates, the different pieces of Pangaea, and being able to line them up together in the way that they were for Pangaea. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you kind of the simplest one, the one that I think everybody will kind of understand no matter what, and that is to take the continent of Africa and the continent of South America. Now I want you to notice the shapes here. And for me, it's very clear, and it looks very clear that South America kind of automatically just fits into that little spot on Africa. And that's for good reason, right? That's because we really believe that Pangaea had these two continents combined. Now, I do want to point some other things out. You have this section down here, which is pieces of evidence. So not only are we looking at whether or not these shapes fit into each other, but also we have these other pieces of evidence. So we have fossils, glacial deposits, mountains, and then coal deposits. And you guys can see when you look at Africa and South America, look right here, that specific species lines up. You see how the shapes line up right there? That's showing that fossils that were in South America are also over here in Africa. And we can see it with the glacial deposits right here. Okay, with the glacial deposits, you can see that these connect and they line up between the two continents, and then these different fossils as well. So we're trying to put this piece, this whole entire piece of Pangaea together as one continent, because that's what Pangaea is. It's a supercontinent. So we want to put the whole thing together using the pieces of evidence to support why we're putting things where we are. All right. Now there's one more thing with this. If you look down here in the bottom right-hand corner, what we have is a 1 out of 2, so that actually means that we have 2 pages that are within this file. So you need to hit the arrows back and forth, and it'll take you to either one. But on the back, what you're going to do is you're going to find pieces of evidence. So it says you've compiled evidence that scientists have used to support Pangaea. Use that evidence to fit the continents together and list at least 3 reasons why you place the continents in a specific pattern. So what you need to do here is you need to go back and you need to say, all right, I put South America and Africa together in this particular way because the continents fit together, but also because the fossils line up and the glacial deposits line up as well. So that's using very clear evidence to support why you put the pieces where you did. All right, now there's one last thing that I want to show you. When you're all done, what you need to make sure that you do is you need to make sure that you are very frequently let's see. You need to make sure that you, when you export this thing as a document. Okay, it's going to give you a whole bunch of different options. You can either export it as a video, an image, or a project. You need to export this thing as a document. Okay, that's the only thing that's going to work. That's going to give us the PDF. We will not be able to take a look at your project or anything like that unless you save it as a PDF. Okay, so once you're in there, obviously you submit it to Canvas. Okay, the other thing that you need to make sure that you do frequently is you need to save. Now, I'm pretty sure that Explain Everything at this point kind of prompts you to save, but in case it doesn't, there's this button over here that says Quick Save, just to make sure that you always have the up-to-date version of your project. It's not like Notability where it does it automatically for you. Sometimes you just got to make sure that you go in here and you hit Quick Save, and then all should be good. All right, now listen, your teachers are here to help you. If you have questions on this, you don't understand what you're doing, you don't understand why certain things are matching up where they are, make sure to come into somebody's office hours and get help that you need. All right, good luck, guys. Let us know if you need anything.